numbers. Prime numbers. Now, if we have to list number 1 to 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember, among these numbers, there are some numbers that has no factors. So this one will bring us to factors, and factors I want us to look at in the next lesson. But let us talk about factors first, a little bit here, but we're not going to measure. What are factors? Factors are numbers that divide other numbers. What have I said? Factors are numbers that divide other numbers. We call them factors. Numbers that divide other numbers. We call them factors. Now, if we start with 1, which number? Can you give me the numbers that 1 can divide, or numbers that can divide 1? It is only 1. Oh yeah. Let us move to 2. How many numbers can divide 2? 1 and 2. Okay, let's move to 3. How many numbers that can divide 3? 1 and 3. Let's move to 4. How many numbers that can divide 4? 1 can divide 4, 2 can divide 4, and 4 can divide 4. How many factors are those? 3 factors. Let's come to 5. How many numbers can divide 5? 1 and 5. Let's come to 6. How many numbers can divide 6? 1 can divide 6, 2 can divide 6, 3 can divide 6, and 6 can also divide 6. Okay, move to 7. How many numbers can divide 7? 1 and 7. Okay, let us move to 8. How many numbers that can divide 8? 1 can divide 8, 2 can divide 8, 4 can divide 8, and 8 can divide 8. How many factors? 4 factors. Let's move to 9. How many numbers can divide 9? 1 can divide 9, 3 can divide 9, and 9 can divide 9. How many factors are those? 3 factors. So 10, we have 1 can divide 10, 2 can divide 10, 5 can divide 10, and 10 can divide 10. 4 factors. So here we are interested in numbers with how many factors? 2 factors. 1 and that number. So all those numbers that has only 2 factors, 1 and the number itself, are referred to as prime numbers. So if you're told, what is a prime number? What will you say? A prime number is a number with only how many factors? 2 factors, 1 and the number itself. So if I am saying with only 2 factors, what is a factor? A factor is a number that can divide another number. A number that can divide another number is called a factor. So prime numbers, write and say, these are numbers. These are numbers with only 2 factors. These are numbers with only 2 factors. 1 and the number itself. 2 factors. That is 1, I'm writing in figures and also in words. 1 and the number itself. 1 and the number itself. So these are numbers with only 2 factors. And what is a factor? A number that can divide another number. So for example, if I talk of 1 as a number, how many factors can divide it? That's 1. If I talk of 2 as a number, how many factors can divide it? That's 1 can divide 2 and 2 can divide 2. So those are 2 factors. So meaning that 2 is the example of what? A prime number. And numbers with only 2 factors, 1 and the number itself. So we are not interested in other factors. We are interested in how many factors? 2 numbers. All those numbers with only 2 factors, 1 and the number itself, those numbers are referred to as prime numbers, or these numbers are called prime numbers. Are we together there? Correct. Now, 2 is the first prime number, and remember 2 is also an even number. So 2 is the only first prime number that is also an even number. So let us list these prime numbers. Examples of prime numbers. Examples. 2. 2 is the only even number and prime number at the same time. So the smallest prime number, 1 is no longer a prime number. Why? If I talk of 1 as a number, it has only one factor, 1, which is itself. So 1 is not a prime number. It has only one factor. So the first prime number is 2. 1 can divide 2 and 2 can divide 2. Then we move to 3. If you talk of 3, how many factors can divide 3? 2. 1 and 3. Next, is 4 a prime number? No. We said how many factors? 4 can divide 4, 2 can divide 4, and 3 can and 1 can divide 4. So how many factors? 3. 3 factors. 1, 2, and 4. So 4 is not a prime number. So 5. You are correct. 5 is a prime number. Is 6 a prime number? No. 1 can divide 6, 2 can divide 6, 3 can divide 6, and 6 can divide 6. How many factors are those? 4 factors. And what do I want? Prime numbers. How many factors should a prime number have? 2 factors. So we move to 7. We move to 8. Is 8 a prime number? No. 1 can divide 8, 2 can divide 8, 4 can divide 8, and 8 can divide 8. Those are very many factors. Prime numbers has only 2 factors. 9. 9. Let's look at 9. 9, 1 can divide 9, and 3 can divide 9, 9 can divide 9. 3 factors. So 9 is not a prime number. Remember, we are listing from our brain, meaning that we have dealt with the multiplication table. I told you. That's why I was starting with the multiplication. Multiplication table is the foundation. 10, 1 can divide 10, 2 can divide 10, 5 can divide 10, and 10 can divide 10. So 11. 11 is a prime number, 1 and 11. 12, no. 6 can divide 12, 12 can divide 12, 4 can divide 12, 3 can divide 12. So once we have all this, those are very many factors of 12. So we cannot say that. We cannot say 12 is a prime number. So 13 is a prime number, 1 and 13. And very many, because we can try and list all the prime numbers between 1 and 100. We can list prime numbers between 1 and 100. So after listing prime numbers between 1 and 100, we can remove. So if you know the multiplication table, table 1 to table 10, already you know numbers that are there that are prime numbers, and you can tell this is not a prime number, this is a prime number. That is the benefit of understanding multiplication table. So these are prime numbers. Prime numbers, numbers with only 2 factors. 1 and the number itself. Numbers with only 2 factors, 1 and the number itself. That will make a prime number. Now, an example. You're being told, list prime numbers between 10 and 30. List prime numbers between 10 and 30. So we want prime numbers in between 10 and 30. Solution. We can list numbers between 10 and 30 and remove numbers that are not prime numbers so that we remain with prime numbers. So let us start. So after 10 we have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. After 19, what do you have? 20. After 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. After 24, we have 25, then 26, then 27, then 28, then 29, then 30. So 30 is not, because between. So we remove 10, we remove 30. So all numbers between 10 and 30. Those are what we are interested in. Now, let us start by removing even numbers. Numbers that we know that 2 can divide. Already I'll remove this one. I'll remove 14. I'll remove 16, 18, and remove 20. I remove 22. I remove 24. I remove 26. I remove 28. Those are even numbers. 2 can divide them. So I've removed all that. Then the numbers that I'm very sure 5 can divide. And when is a number divided by 5? If the last digit is 0 or 5. So this one 5 can divide, remove it. This one already, this one 5 can divide, remove it. I'm done. Numbers that so let us test the remaining numbers. We are remaining with 11. In the multiplication table, is that number, if you multiply by, and which 2 numbers you multiply give us 11? Only 1 and 11. So 1 is the first prime number there. Come to 13. Only 1 and 13. 13 is a prime number. Come to 17. Only 1 and 17. So 17 is a prime number. Come to, is there a number that you can divide 19? No. So only 1 and 19. 19 is a prime number. Come to 21. Which 2 numbers, if you multiply, give us 21? Table 3. If you look at table 3, 3 times 7 give us 21. So this one is hiding here and is not a prime number. This is not a prime number. Come to 23. Which numbers, if you multiply 2 of them, give us 23? No, I cannot remember. So this one is a prime number. Come here to 27. Along the same table 3, 7 times 3, we said 21. 7 times 8, that 3 times 8, that is now 24. And 3 times 9, 27. So this is not a prime number. 3 can divide it, 9 can divide it, 1 can divide it, 27 can divide it. This is not a prime number. Come to 29. Is 29 a prime number? If you look at table 4, only 4 times 7 give us 28. Then 4 times 7, 7 times. So there is no 2 numbers. If you multiply, give us 29, apart from 1 times 29. So this is also a prime number. As simple as that. You can, if you are told to list prime numbers between 2 numbers, remove those 2 numbers, list all those numbers between them. Then remove those ones that are not prime numbers, then you are going to remain with prime numbers. And this one is easier if and only if you remember tables. I was not wrong to start with the multiplication table. And even your teachers will tell you that the foundation of mathematics, what you ought to have known in grade 3 is multiplication table. So ensure that you know the multiplication table. It will help you. Then go through the series that we have done from multiplication. That one will help you expand your brain further so that we can think in the next lessons that we'll be having in grade 6, 7, grade 7, 8, 9, grade 10. That is now junior secondary and senior secondary school. So that is that. Now, somebody can say, an example 2. List prime numbers. List prime numbers between 30 and 40. List prime numbers between 30 and 40.